If your drawings often feel slightly off, even when you slow down, even when you try to be careful, the problem may not be your skill at all. It may be how you're seeing. Most drawing inaccuracies, distortion, awkward proportions, come from focusing too much on the object itself. What holds the key to solving this problem? And what is one of the most effective ways to improve accuracy in your drawing? The answer is surprisingly simple. Stop focusing on the object. Instead, focus on the shapes around it, the negative shapes. Positive shapes are the things we usually notice first. Your main subjects in an artwork: a figure, a tree, a chair, a vase. Negative shapes are the spaces around and between those forms. When multiple objects sit close together, treat them as a single positive shape and ignore the boundaries or outlines between them. The focus is on the negative shapes around and between the entire group. They're often dismissed as background, but negative shapes actively define the structure of what you're drawing. If you want a deeper explanation of positive and negative shapes, I've covered that in an earlier lesson. I link that below in the description. Today, I want to focus on how negative shapes can immediately improve your drawing accuracy. Here is the one habit I want to take away from this lesson, something you can apply immediately at any level. Train your eye to see negative shapes. When you do this consistently, accuracy improves almost automatically. Not because you are trying harder, but because you are seeing more truthfully. Instead of drawing the object, draw the gaps. For example, instead of drawing a chair leg, draw the shape of the air around it. Notice how these surrounding shapes are often clearer and more specific than the object's outline or contour. When the gaps are accurate, the object emerges on its own. A simple viewfinder, just a piece of cardboard with a rectangular opening, is an excellent way to frame both positive and negative shapes. The frame gives negative shapes a clear beginning and end, making them easier to see, measure, and compare. Without a boundary, shapes in an open space are hard to define accurately. If something feels wrong in your drawing, check the spaces, not the object. Negative shapes are powerful measuring tools. They help you judge distance, angles, and proportions. Accuracy lives in relationships, not in isolated outlines. I'll explore this idea much more in a future lesson on sighting and measuring. Many drawing errors happen because we draw from an idea of an object, not from honest direct observation. One of the simplest ways to break that habit is to turn your reference, or even your entire setup, upside down. When you flip your reference or setting, the object loses its identity. It's no longer a chair or a hand. It becomes a collection of abstract shapes, angles, and relationships. This focuses the brain to observe, shifting your focus from preconceived ideas to direct observation. When you start a drawing, simplify. Block in the largest shapes first, both positive and negative. When the major negative shapes are accurate, everything else becomes easier to adjust and refine. With consistent practice, this way of seeing strengthens both your eye and your hand over time. This approach is very different from contour drawing. Contour drawing asks you to follow edges. Negative space drawing asks you to map the gaps. When drawings feel inaccurate despite careful effort, negative shapes often provide the missing clarity. Learning to see negative shapes clearly takes time. It requires patience and repetition. But once this way of seeing becomes familiar, it doesn't just improve accuracy, it changes how you approach drawing altogether. You are, in a real sense, training both your perception and your drawing muscles at the same time.